Hello everybody and welcome back to another What I Eat in a Day as a Fat Person reaction video. Today I did some meal prep, and when I say meal prep I just mean I cooked some stuff that I can then portion out later for my work lunches, and I made buckwheat with veggies in like a curry sauce, and then also some eggs with kimchi, veggies and cottage cheese. So I'm very excited for that for lunch tomorrow. So what do you guys have for lunch? Do you meal prep in advance? And if so, what do you like to make? And with that, let's get into the video.
What I eat in a day as a fat girl.
So this is organic milk. Tea, whatever it is. Some kind of milk. It's crazy to drink out the carton. But she has been accused, suspected of making content for certain people, so maybe this is part of it. I don't know, maybe it's just the end of the carton, but then there's plenty of room in the glass. I don't know. But yeah, I still find it a bit odd to drink milk, but that's not from a perspective of like obese people. I just find it odd to drink milk, like a glass of milk. I've not done that in many years. But it's not a bad drink. It's just not something that I would choose. That's crazy though. And it's this sort of thing is why I think she's been accused of making specific content, because donuts for breakfast is crazy, and we have also seen her kind of clip different videos together to make it appear as if she's eating everything in one day, when it's very evident that she isn't because of her like nails, for example. So it is entirely plausible that she is filming this at 11 PM and not actually eating the donut. She might take a few bites but then throw it away. We don't know. But it's probably just for engagement, because dipping a donut in a glass of milk is nuts, especially for breakfast.
Chips with salsa and spinach artichoke dip.
So she's not showing us how many chips that she's eating, and she's not showing us the actual inside of the guac or the spinach dip and the salsa. So we can't see how much she's actually having, but we can see the sides of the bowls. Is that an indication of how much? Not really, but I imagine it's more than a portion. And I imagine the portion of chips is more than a portion, which is unfortunate, but unsurprising. Oh, these noises. I feel you on the noises that they're making, so I'll see if I can quieten them. But yeah. That is much better, isn't it? I don't like the chewing either, so let's see what she's making.
Cheesesteak cart and ketchup.
So she just appears to be eating some kind of pastry, which looks very dry. It looks very dry, with lots of cheese on it. Not very appetizing, especially, and it's not going to be very filling either, especially because she's only had chips with some dip, allegedly, with the breakfast donut. And she's in different clothing as well, so it's plausible that she just got dressed, but again, she could just be clipping things together. We won't know. But yeah, it's definitely a choice.
Tonight I decided to do something completely different for dinner. I don't know if you could see, it is a broccoli and cheddar soup stuffed onion.
I'm not gonna lie, that sounds kind of cool. I don't know if it is something that I would try. Well, maybe I would try it. I'm not sure. I never would have thought of that though. I've never had a stuffed onion. That's kind of crazy. But how much soup can you get into an onion? Because if it's not too thick, then you're not going to get much structural integrity, and you're also not going to get much soup in the middle. So yeah, it's interesting. Also, broccoli
The onion.
broccoli and cheese soup. I think is it quite popular in the US? I've heard a lot about it, but I've never tried it. A cheese soup, just in general, is a bit odd to me. I understand having cheese added to like a soup. So if it was like broccoli soup with added cheese, that's one thing. But a broccoli and cheese soup, I don't know. Maybe it's just me being a bit pedantic. But yeah, let me know if you guys like it. It's definitely worth a try, I reckon.
What I eat in a day as a plus-size teacher girly at 32 weeks pregnant.
Well, congratulations on your pregnancy. I hope all goes well and that she has a healthy baby.
For breakfast, you already
Oh, I don't know what that sound was.
know, sausage, egg, and cheese, Jimmy Dean croissant, and a side of daydreaming about my baby girl.
So I assume this is a takeout sandwich, because she said it's Jimmy Dean, a Jimmy Dean croissant. So I assume it's a takeout. I don't really know what that means. But having takeout is not ideal. It's not ideal if you're not pregnant. It's not ideal if you are pregnant. I never have been pregnant, so I don't know what the food situation is like. I know everybody is different and every woman has their own experience with pregnancy. Some people get really severe food aversions, some people can only eat certain foods, and I know it's tricky. But if you are pregnant, then you still need to be incredibly mindful of what nutrition that you're getting, because anything that the baby needs, if you're not getting it through your diet, they will take it from your body. So for example, if you're not getting enough calcium in your diet, your baby will take it from your bones and your teeth. So just do be very, very mindful. And if you can only stomach things like fast food when you're pregnant, it is not ideal at all. But also, if that is the only thing that you can have, then by all means you have to eat because you have to support the baby. But yeah, if you don't have such food aversions, would I personally have takeout when I was pregnant? If I could eat other things, no. But that's just me. The baby's fed, the baby's fed.
Croissant, and a side of daydreaming about my baby girl, because she's gonna be here sooner than later. Have an update soon. Another day, another errand during my conference recess and lunch break. Today, we are touring a potential daycare for my baby to go to in the fall. We're gonna drive over there. We're gonna eat in the car. I made it to my destination. Got gas before this. I also treated myself to a fountain drink.
So that's going to be quite a lot of sugar, I imagine. I'm not really vibing with her food choices because she's pregnant. And yes, I know I just said that if you can't tolerate anything else, then you have to feed the baby. But also, the baby needs nutrition, and you're not going to get a lot of nutrition from fountain drinks or fast food. So it's not ideal. And another misconception about pregnancy that I've seen quite a lot, and recently I had a loved one who was pregnant and had their baby late last year. But if you are overweight or obese, you can lose weight during pregnancy. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to be extreme, and you shouldn't be extreme. You shouldn't just like eat 800 calories or anything like that, and you should never eat only 800 calories anyway. But if you eat a healthy, balanced diet that's healthy, chances are you will lose weight if you are obese and pregnant. If you are a healthy weight, then yeah, you're going to gain weight because the baby weighs something, the amniotic fluid, extra blood flow, and all that kind of stuff. But you can lose weight if you're pregnant, and if you are super morbidly obese, that is something to consider and to look into with your doctor, because the heavier weight you are during pregnancy, the higher your risk of complications, and that is no fun for anyone, for you or your baby. So, in an ideal world, women would be a healthy weight when pregnant or getting pregnant, but that isn't always the case, and it is best for you and your baby if you can be as healthy as you possibly can be when you are leading up to pregnancy and during pregnancy, and afterwards to an extent as well.
And the best flavor of Doritos out there, the sweet, spicy sweet chili.
More junk. So the baby's had no nutrition so far.
Today we got a little Lunchy Bowl action.
So that is better because it's got some fruit in it. But we can't really see what else is in there. So we've got fruit, cheese, eggs and crackers. The grapes are great, fantastic. Eggs, again, fantastic. Cheese isn't awful. It's not ideal. Depending on the type of cheese, this does look like just ultra processed cheap cheese and crackers. It is a lot of crackers, but overall it's not terrible, and it is somewhat nutritious compared to what she's eaten otherwise. And if you're on a run, it's better than nothing, or it's better than like a takeout meal. So it's not awful, but it's not also great either.
Today we got a little Lunchable accent action. Salt and pepper, hard-boiled egg.
I would love to get pregnant either like this year, at the end of this year, or next year. And if I'm still doing this channel at that point in time, then I would love to do like what I eat in a day as a pregnant woman. I think that'd be quite fun. But I do quite enjoy watching pregnant women in their days of eating. But I don't like. I'm not going to react anymore. I didn't realize that she was pregnant. Otherwise, I wouldn't put this one in the video. But I just find it really interesting. I think it's quite cool, and yeah.
I used seasoning salt in this mixture because I couldn't reach our flaky salt. It was too high. I kind of wish I got a ladder or something. Just waiting for my husband to get out for his lunch break.
There's not really much to say to this, is there really?
He's here. What?
I just saw they email me back, but we can't even go to that.
What? Why? Are you serious? I like drove all the way over here. That's super annoying. And for dinner, we had steak, half of a potato with jalapeno cheddar, and some broccoli. That's my favorite vegetable.
Oh, so we're gonna go back to her dinner. It's not a lot of broccoli. Half a potato is not much, and that is a small piece of steak. That is not a lot of food, especially for a pregnant woman. Steak is really good for iron and other nutrition that the baby needs, as well as the mother. Half a potato, it's really not much, and broccoli, you can always have more veg. But the rest of her day wasn't great because she had the takeout breakfast thing. Then she had the fountain drink, Doritos, and the little snack box thing. So do I believe that is all she ate today? No. And that's not because she's pregnant or anything like that. It's just because she's a really big woman, pregnancy or not. And you don't get to be that big not eating very much. And during pregnancy, you tend to be a lot hungrier than usual anyway, in the experience of the women that I've spoken to about their pregnancies. So I don't really believe it. But this is a good meal though in general. It's a bit small, but it is a good meal. But yeah, I hope the rest of her pregnancy either goes well or went well, and that she has a healthy birth and a healthy baby. So her video is silenced because of her music. She wasn't really talking about anything, and she said, "What I eat in a day as a plus size girly, healing my mind and body." I will say right off the bat that if you're going to heal your mind and body, then eating a healthy, balanced diet is a really good starting point, because you will always feel better if you're eating well, and if you're at a healthy weight and you're not being dragged down by excess body fat and having joint pain because of it. You will always feel better for that. Breakfast at 11:30. She's boiling some eggs and cooking what looks like sweet potatoes. She's got kiwi as well. That look like raisins. Oh, soft boiled eggs, delicious, and an avocado. Looks delicious. I don't know what the thing at the bottom is. So it's a sweet potato with some avocado salsa, a soft boiled egg, and it looked like raisins, but I don't think it was, based on the rest of the things in the meal. It looks like a delicious breakfast. Looks really, really nice. Can't really say anything about it. Looks really good. Her Christmas tree is pretty. Oh, and she's got the kiwi as well, which is a really good start to the day too. Lunch at 3 p.m. She's got lots of like protein thingies. She's making some kind of protein shake. She's got bananas, loads of different powders, flax seeds, peanut butter. She's not putting on the screen what she's got if you aren't looking at the screen. I'm just saying what I can see. But yeah, lunch appears to be some kind of protein smoothie. I will say that you are always better off eating your calories rather than drinking them, because when you drink them you feel hungry quite quickly, and if you eat them then you feel more satiated, especially, I say that in my experience anyway. I will always rather eat my calories than to drink them, but sometimes you need a smoothie, let's be real. On a hot summer's day there's nothing better than a smoothie in the sun. Delicious. I'm making some kind of legume with, that's a lot of rice. I would assume that's, oh, I don't know what that is, salmon maybe? I don't know. I'm gonna look like an idiot here. I am not very good with meats and like red meats. I don't eat red meat because I don't like it. I don't know what that is. It looks like soy sauce. Be very mindful of soy sauce. It can be incredibly high in salt and sometimes sugar as well, depending on what type you get. Yeah, just be mindful of that. It can catch you out. It caught me out a few times. And sesame seeds, and more avocado, and some kind of sauce that she's made with some fried onions, I would assume, and seaweed. So it's not horrendous, to be honest. It's really not that bad. It just was a really big portion of rice, but overall her day was actually pretty solid. The breakfast was the best. It looked amazing. I just can't see what that thing was that she added. Like this it does look like raisins, but I don't know if it was. But anyway, her breakfast looked absolutely phenomenal. The only thing that I would say is that the lunch wouldn't be very filling just because it was a smoothie, no matter how many calories are in it, and it will be relatively high just based on the banana, peanut butter and the protein powder. So I wouldn't surprise me if it was 350, 400 calories for a smoothie, which is not something that I would choose to do. And then her dinner was the basically sushi bowl with the nori on the side. Looked really nice again. Yeah, so hopefully she does continue to eat like this, because I think she will feel much better for it, and she'll probably be a lot healthier in the long run as well. Probably like lower blood pressure and cholesterol levels and all that kind of stuff if she was to continually eat this sort of food. So she did actually really well, and I do wish her the best in all of her journeys, whatever she is deciding to do. And yeah, that is the last clip of today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have made it this far, I truly do appreciate you being here, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye guys.